The idea of the garden, there was no idea for the garden. Then, the idea came up and was like, how are we going to do that? So then we moved back in 2012, but we didn't open the garden until 2014. And when we opened it, we were like, oh my God, this is fabulous, what to do. And we had all these people that were interested. At first, they said only the people that lived in the 5 Kelly Street renovated buildings could come down. And I told Hopey, I said, Hopey, listen, don't listen to that. You're going down there with me if I go, because that's how we do. If I go, she goes. If she goes, I go. It's a package deal. Now, you don't want one of us, you can't have either of us. That's how it is. And it's always been that way, and so far, that's how it's been. So we'll each bring somebody or something like that, get somebody incorporated for a while, they'll show up or whatever like this. But I gotta say, consistently, we've had some small children. Now, I believe that those children that keep showing up, the seed is planted in them. Now, they're gonna go different places and have a life and do something, but they're always going to remember them 2 fat old ladies down there that was nice to us, that did this and was showing us how to weed and was showing us whatever and stuff and giving us raw kale or letting us taste this food. They'll remember that. And we sow seeds down here. That's why we keep doing it, is because we sow seeds.
Beautiful, yeah. I think these kids are definitely always going to remember. In the same way that y'all are telling the stories about the block, growing up. How has, I think we've been able to witness the garden for the neighborhood, and how has working in the garden impacted your lives individually as people? Has it had an impact?
Yeah, we need more veggies. I took up some kohlrabi that we have in the backyard, and I was telling my niece Jemifer, I said, oh, you gotta try this. But what I did was I didn't peel all the skin off like we did before we do. I took and just scraped it a little, cut it up, and I fried it. She said, oh, it's good, but the outside's a little tough. So we eat healthy.
And I think that has made us more determined. I know it's definitely, Hopey ain't gonna say it, but it's made Hopey more determined than ever, because she shows up, I don't care, rain, sleet, snow, her self is here, and she's a great motivator. So for me, I would say that I have watched my sister blossom. I've watched my sister become the leader I know she is. She keeps saying she's not. She throws it to, we're like the wind beneath each other's wings or something like that. So that thing, that feeling has gotten stronger. For myself, I realize that I will moan, complain, whine, and everything else, but I'm going to show up. So I've learned to work through my own adversities. I get upset and think that I'm not going to work for these young people and we're young men, but I come down, And so I've learned that I have a more of a strength than what I think I have.
Do you have any questions, Sasha?
Yeah, I was just wondering about, has your relationship with each other changed or gotten more interesting working in the garden together all the time?
Oh, that's my best buddy.
Are you learning more things about each other working in the garden all the time?
Well, most of the time we know everything about each other.
Yeah. I know.
But she could get me to try something, I can get her to try something. So, we work together. I said, okay, I'll try this. Do it this way. Do it that way. She said, no, I do it this way. I said, oh, that's good too,
I'm more rigid than she is, I know that. I am more, she's a nicer person than I am. That's just the straight of it. She's a nicer person. I tend to hold grudges or get mad and want to back away more than she does. Hopey is more of
Carol.
She's a strong motivator.
But you know what happens when I'm mad? She do the same thing to me. She said, Hopey, come on, you know this is what you like. You gonna let somebody else do this and you're not gonna be a part of it. I know, that's not you. I said, oh, you right. I'm going down there.
And has that been the dynamic in other areas outside of the garden too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just the other day, just the other day, we had a niece get married, right? And
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to the wedding. I don't feel like going. I want to stay home and watch TV on this Thursday night. And Hopey said, Carol, if you don't go, you're never going to forgive yourself. And besides, Selena, the niece that's getting married, wants you to be there.
She would be upset.
And she would be upset if you don't come, Carol.
She don't want me there. I said, Carol, yes she do. I said, Selena will want you there. Why do you think she invited you? Because she wants you there. No. But when she got there, you should have seen her. She enjoyed every bit of it.
It was the best,
beautiful.
the most beautiful
nice.
wedding.
Mm-hmm.
That, she has to pull me. She has to push me sometimes.
We do
She
it
has to
to
pull
each
me.
other.
We do it with each other. I've got a lot of, well, not a lot, but I'm on other committees. Treasurer at Banana Kelly. I'm on a committee for the Housing and Land Use Committee up at the planning board level, working with Crespo and a lot of other folks, Royal and Ralph Salamanca and Joyce. And it's a lot. I try to work with Picture the Homeless, and they're just things. And you go for rallies. We went for the rent rally this year, and through protesting and marching and everything, we got the rent and testifying. The rents that were slated to be 9% increase, 9% was reduced to 1.75 for a 2-year and it was under 3% for a 1 year. That was unheard of. That was the lowest rent increase in 40 years. So, we've done some work. There's been, so sometimes I want to be a part of doing things. What it is that when I finally close my eyes, I want people to say, damn, that old lady made a difference. She was a part of this, she did that, she helped to do this, she helped to do that. I want immortality. And immortality is through your children and through people.
You want to hear something funny? She went in for her operation, right? So before she went in for her operation, she said, Hopey, I'm cutting down this committee. I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. So what happened is when she was sedated, she always said, Mommy was moaning, I got to look out for my people. I got to take care. She said, what is wrong with Mama? I said, she probably thinking about her committees and everything. About, I got to help my community. I said, somebody that don't want to do is always doing. She don't want to stop.
I couldn't believe when my daughter told me that. She said, Mommy, do you know what you were saying? And I said, no, what were you talking about? And she said, you kept saying, I got to help my community. I got to help my people. I was like, no, I didn't, because I don't want to do that anymore. She said, Mom, yeah. And then she had the doctor tell me. She said, what was my mother saying? And the doctor told me the same thing. I said, I can't believe I'm saying this and I'm sedated. I'm here for a hernia operation for me and I'm talking about them. It's something so I got to say then that it's a part of us.
Yeah. And have y'all all, like when you were younger, were you the same way?
When we were younger, we worked a lot in the garden. We cared about the block. We did the same thing. And a lot of things that went around in the block now didn't go around in the block during that time my father was around. Because he made sure you couldn't be in the building smoking, you couldn't stand on the stoop, you couldn't do this, no loud music. But we were the same way.
I gotta say, because remember, we had two station wagons, Pop's station wagon and Uncle Charles's. And we took all the kids on this block either to Katona Park or Pelham Bay, and we had, or Whitestone, and we had picnics. We grew up that way.
We used to always, the kids that couldn't go, they would make 2 and 3 trips to bring them out there so they can have a picnic. So we didn't do a block party or something. We did other things off the block for the community.
Oh, I know. I'll tell you one thing that you probably forgot we used to do. Remember Gals? When we used to go out to Long Island to this dairy farm and get this milk and juice and bring it back when they had it in the bottles.
Oh yeah.
And we would have to take the bottles back, remember? And we would bring. Oh man.
Just for your family, for the whole family?
No, we bring it back for other people too.
Yeah, and that's close.
That station wagon would be loaded down. One time my uncle got stopped on the parkway for driving too slow. He got a ticket, but he had gallons and of milk and juice and it was fresh. Oh my goodness, the milk was in bottles.
During that time, it was a long time ago.
That's a long time ago.
So have food kind of, I know Roger said at one point there was a food
We
co-op.
always, and we did have the food co-op when we used to have the garden
That's right.
down
We
here.
had a
I
food
forgot about that. We had the food co-op. We had to, oh my God, bagging that stuff.
We did all that too. We had a lot of stuff that we were doing.
What was the food co-op?
Food call was like they came with collard greens, potatoes and stuff. We used to come down in the basement and we used to pack the food and then go to the people that were in the building and give them
We
their food.
delivered it.
We used to deliver it.
We delivered it.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I was so young then I could walk up them stairs with bags. I can't, nah.
So why do you think food has always been a central part of kind of what goes on in this community?
Because I think everybody needs food, and it's the only way you can really get them more involved is when you give them some food. Because food will open up their eyes and say, oh yeah, if they don't want this, they will want something else. There's always something in there that they may want.
Yeah.
Food draws them together, or draw us together.
And I think I also think that families like to have healthy food.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that in this area, it's a little hard to come by sometimes. You know, we're fortunate because I drive. So me and her shop a lot up in Yonkers. We go mostly Yonkers, some places out in Long Island. We go to BJ, excuse me, we can go to Costco. We go to ShopRite, Stu Leonard. We can go to A&P uptown. We go, well not uptown because it's in Riverdale and Mount Vernon and stuff like that. We can go there. Not a lot of people around here can do that. And what I think is that when the produce up in other areas becomes a little peppy and not quite so fresh, that's when they bring it to these areas. And if you don't have a choice, you're going to buy the wilted collard greens. If you don't have a choice, you're going to buy the carrots that look a little soft on the side. You don't have that great privilege of being able to get you the freshest vegetables and stuff. And with us, this garden has allowed us to be able to do that in a more economic way. Because the veggies that we grow out here, we go through all that work and we give it away. We're not selling it. We are giving it away. You know, because we want to help the family dynamic with that. And also, too, we hope that and getting more